Hello there, people of the internet. How is everybody doing today? I'm doing alright. Thanks for asking. I am out here with a gun broker buy. This right here is a rifle that I won at auction. I did not pay a whole lot of money for this, but this right here is a Oviedo Mauser, a Fabrica de Arms Oviedo made in 1909, and it is chambered in 7mm Mauser. I've been wanting to get myself a 7mm Mauser rifle for quite a while now. The only 7mm Mauser I have that is actually mine is Old Sketchy, which is a reconverted 1893 pattern, and she's just like a throw together real kludge of a rifle that's basically only single shot. I wanted an actual 7mm Mauser. I've had several of them on the channel throughout the years, and I've always enjoyed them. 7mm Mauser is always such a delightful cartridge to shoot. So I wanted to go ahead and get one for my own arsenal, and anytime I see a Mauser up for auction for not a whole lot of money, and I know that I know that I can get it for a lot less than it's worth, I go ahead and I get it. And it just so happens that this particular one happens to be chambered in 7mm, which is something I've been looking for quite a while. So now I have a legitimately viable 7mm Mauser, supposedly. I have never actually fired this thing. I have not checked it out. I have checked the rifling. The rifling looks good. I don't expect us to have any keyholing issues, but we're still going to go ahead and test that. We're going to test functionality. Let me bore test this. Oh yeah, she's still got some life left in that old barrel. So this rifle being made in 1909, obviously it's been sporterized. I have no idea when the sporterization was done. But being made in 1909, that sets it at like 114 years old or so. Quick math on that. And, who knows what this rifle has seen? Who knows what it's done? The Spanish weren't really involved all that much in the World Wars, but the Spanish Civil War was pretty rough, and a lot of these rifles got used pretty heavily in that. Okay, well, I was going to test this for keyholing and whatnot, but it looks like our bullets are quite deformed. These are the last two 7mm Mauser rounds that I have, which is why I'm using them. After this, I'll have to get the equipment to load more. As a matter of fact, I think I've already got the equipment to be able to load more. But this is the first time I'm firing it. We're basically just function testing this. I got a piece of cardboard down there. I'm just going to aim at the cardboard, pull the trigger, and we'll see if this right here goes bang. I don't like where the sling swivel is attached to this rifle, and it looks like our sights have taken some damage at one point or another. The front sight wing is bent a little bit, but that shouldn't affect my point of aim here. That's some nice stout recoil. 7mm Mauser is not near as heavy recoiling as, say, 8mm Mauser, but at the same time, this is a really lightweight rifle since it's been sporterized. No primer bulging, no ruptured cases. Headspace on this should be okay. We might have one round that is keyholing down there, but that's just because the round was deformed. This one looks a lot better, so let's see if this one... and there is our second round. Let me go grab the cardboard target that I have out there, and we will have a look to see if this rifle is keyholing, or if we have adequate shots on target. So I will be right back. Okay, very much as expected, we have no keyholing. The rifling inside of this rifle looked fantastic, but sometimes you just never know. All it takes is one little ding or nick on the crown, and you got yourself a keyholing rifle. But these right here are our two shots, and they look phenomenal. They look fantastic. After I load up some ammo, I'll actually accuracy test this thing, but this right here was just me coming out, testing functionality, seeing if it keyholes, seeing if it's worth my time. I am glad to have a functional, actual 7mm Mauser at my disposal in my arsenal, as opposed to just having to rely on Old Sketchy, because Old Sketchy is a little on the sketchy side. Okay, well, this right here is a quick video. I figured I'd go ahead and record me putting my first couple of rounds downrange with this thing. Besides that, I don't really have anything else to add to this. I know that a lot of these 7mm Mausers were converted to 7.62 set me by the Spanish, and this was done back whenever 7.62 NATO was coming around. The Spanish were not sure if these Mausers would be able to handle 7.62 NATO, which is why they converted them to technically 7.62 NATO, or 7.62 set me, which was dimensionally identical to 7.62 NATO. It was just a lower pressured cartridge. Now, all of that being said, 7.62 NATO runs through the converted rifles just fine. I have one chambered in 7.62 NATO, and I have ran thousands and thousands of surplus 7.62 NATO through it. So, oh, cool, interesting. This right here is not bluing on the barrel. This has been painted, and with it hot, the paint is kind of sticky. I might grab some lacquer thinner and just strip the paint right off of this, because I don't like that. I don't like that at all. It's almost like it's been rattle canned. But that's what you get for a dirt cheap, sight unseen Mauser that you got off of Gunbroker. Okay, overall, am I pleased? Yeah, I'm pleased with it. The trigger's nice. She's accurate. She's a 7mm Mauser that actually takes 7mm. Would be nice to having actual stock on it as opposed to the sporterized wood stock, and would be nice to have the sling swivel a little bit somewhere else, because that is right where my hand is, and that is uncomfortable. I definitely don't like that. But these are all like little tiny nitpicks that I'm making here. Very lightweight, very comfortable. I fully foresee me taking this rifle out hunting. Now this right here, this has the updated leaf sight on it. The 1893 pattern had an earlier version, as opposed to I can't remember when it is that they actually swapped over to this style of sight. I think it was 1909, but I could be wrong about that. I know that they have them on the 1916s as well, but it's just the elevator lifter style of leaf sight, as opposed to the original Mauser style, which is much more finicky. And in order to get any sort of elevation, you have to stand the ladder completely up and cycle that up and down. It's just not an ideal system for a fighting rifle. So this does have the updated system on it. This was made in 1909, so sometime around that time period is whenever they would have to change that. Alright, I think I have pretty much beat this horse completely to death, and then continued to beat it. Thanks for watching, folks. I appreciate your time. Yeah, our front sight is bent a little bit. Okay, I hear something rattling around here. Ah, okay. The wings themselves are a little bit loose, but the post itself is nice and stable, so that I can live with. Thanks for watching, folks. Appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, share. Description below has a link to all sorts of stuff. Go check it out. You guys go off. Have yourself a fantastic day. I'll see you guys on the next episode. Since I've done this. Bonnie and Clyde be damned. The poor man's Garen. Shame that bolt-action shotguns aren't more mainstream.